Okay. All right, come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. Everybody bring, settle down. Listen up. Listen up. Take a knee. Listen up. Hey, I'm Coach Mikki, and you're with Fourth and One Mindset. Don't ever let good enough be good enough. Bill Parcells, head of the New York Giants from 1983 to 1990, with two Super Bowl wins. Let me say that again. Don't ever let good enough be good enough. So, what does that mean? So, how many of you feel as though today, everything that you did and competing with yourself, you gave 110%? And usually at this point in time, I'll see about now maybe everybody's hand will go up. And then I'll say, okay, let's look at this again. Now I want you to be honest with yourself. I'm not asking you because I need to know. I'm asking this because you need to know. How many of you feel as though you gave 100% or you did better than yesterday or you did better than you wanted to and exceeded your expectations of what you thought you could do? And about that time, I'll see about probably 8 hands go up, whereas probably 3 of them I know for a fact did better because that's just who they are. And then the other ones, they think they did. Now, whether they put their hands up because they don't want to be embarrassed and feel like they fell short, or they really seriously think that they did better than what they did yesterday because they don't know any better or they don't understand. So, what does that mean? Don't ever let good enough be good enough. When we work with good enough in everything that we do, we really fall short of creating our real success. Now, why is that? Because we're comfortable. We get comfortable. We're going through the motions. We're doing what we think we need to do to just keep going along. It's kind of like that outline that says, okay, we need to do this and this and this and this. However, good enough is always going to fall short when it doesn't encourage any growth, when you can't adapt, when you can't boost your resilience, when you can't exceed your own expectations. Now, in everything that we do, we're really only competing with ourselves. And you'll hear me say that over and over again because it's really important. And I've had to learn that in my own life. And I teach this to my guys. Look, you're not here to impress anybody else because if you are doing everything that you need to do to exceed your own expectations, to be able to move above and beyond, to do other things that most people won't do, you're going to excel. You're going to be extraordinary. You're going to do things that you never imagined could happen. And that is only something you can do within yourself, only with who you are and what you want to do. And it's not an easy task. It's like football. If it was easy, everybody would play it. And that's not the case. It's a very difficult game. It takes a lot of drive, passion. You have to adapt to things. You've got to deal being blindsided by stuff. You deal with injury. And these are just like everything else that we have in real life. We have certain weaknesses that we have to overcome. We've got certain fails. And I always say, you'll hear me say, there is no loses, there's only winning and learning. And I say that over and over and over again because if we lost a game, so what? What did we learn from it? What do we need to do to fix? What do you need to do, not only as a team, but as an individual or even as a coaching staff? We have to adapt too. It's not always just on the players. I've learned over the years that my playbook might look great on paper, but if I don't have the talent and the people to execute these plays, it's never going to work. So I've had to learn to take everything that I've done, whether it's my playbook for offense or defense or special teams, and I've had to adapt, even when I'm looking at the opposite team, because they might run something completely different on the field on game day than we saw on film. And that's what you have to learn, no matter what it is. You may go to do a presentation, or you may able to go do something in your life, and you've got this great plan, and then all of a sudden you get there and the dynamics are completely different. But do you have what it takes to adapt? Because when you can learn how to adjust and adapt, that's when the magic happens, because you take all the skills that you've learned, that you've done, that you have created, that you've done time and time and time and time again to be able to bring that together to build that successful outcome. And this is why good enough is not enough. Because when you do good enough, you're just sliding through. You're just doing the minimum. You're taking what you know and just applying it without anything that potentially could change or go wrong. And it's never going to work, because that's when you fall. That's when things happen. That's when you look back and you go, oh my gosh, how in the world did this happen? How did this not work? Look, go back and revisit that. Go back and look at it. And there's no downside. There's nothing bad about it. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. But you sure as heck can try to get close enough to it if you know that what didn't work, you can take and apply something else that does, or make the changes, or be adaptable. So we have to start looking for ways to improve. We have to look at constant changes. We have to look at what do you need to truly succeed? What do I need to do to be better? What is the success that I'm looking for? What are the setbacks that I've had? And the failures, and what are the tough moments? Because I tell you what, those failures, setbacks, and tough moments is what's going to make you really resilient. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to help you to actually get that long-term success, because you're going to know what you're going to be up against. Everybody goes through it. And it's not made to knock you down and keep you down. It's made to make you stronger. And you've got to know how to pick yourself up and knock the dirt off, get the astroturf off you, and just move forward and go, okay, so let's take a look at this again. What can I do differently to get the results that I need? So we want to strive for excellence. I mean, we all do, right? We need to build discipline. We have to build mental strength. We have to overcome obstacles, instead of settling for things when they get tough. You can't settle for good enough. You have to focus on being great. And you can do this. We can take a look at what you want, take a look at what your goals are, take a look, what do you want to achieve? And then take all these elements and start applying them and putting them together. Start asking yourself, did this exceed my expectations? Is this going to build my reputation to where I am looked at in the light that I'm looking for? Am I going above and beyond than what I really want to make me different and make me stand out and be something extraordinary? Is this encouraging my growth? Can I adapt to situations so I can get past things that hit me blindsided? And can I adapt to something fast changing? Because it's going to happen and I've got to know how to deal with those. Is this going to boost my resilience? Can I get past some of these things that have happened, and can I move forward with them? And now am I developing this strong person that gets past things when I have to face adversity? You guys are awesome. You know what to do. You've gone over the things, you've got the basics, you know what you want, you know what your goals are. Now you have to look at all these things and start implementing to make it something that becomes extraordinary for you to have this amazing outcome. Now we got to come together not only as individuals, but whoever you surround yourself with, those are the people that are going to lift you up and bring you to the point that you need to be. So I want you to get out there. Come your next practice, come your next goal, next time you're out there doing whatever you need to do, I want you to get out there and start implementing this stuff and start competing with yourself with all these things in mind. And ask yourself, when you're doing something and you get finished with it, was it good enough or was it great? All right, you guys. All right, everybody bring it in. Bring it in. Let's break. Break on three on me. Stay strong, finish strong. Let's go.